Hey everyone, let's play some games. Today I'm playing the Druid. It's kind of like a double combo Druid, plus it also has wild growth. So ramping into double combo, and then it just has a really strong mid game with like Spectral Knight, Shades, Bloodhoof, and so on. So what happened last night is that I tried to make a new warrior deck, and it went pretty bad. I lost some games. I was like, okay, I'll try. And actually kind of pretty similar to the old Acromil, like very aggressive rogue, and that went even worse. I actually went all the way down to rank 4 before I decided, this is not gonna work, maybe I should do something else. So I played some Shadow of Mordor. It's a good game. But today, let's see here. I think I just passed. Okay, but today I played this Druid deck, and it has actually gone really well. I played it a bit earlier to this season and actually went fine then too. I just started playing Warrior instead, but this might be the deck that takes me to Legend. We'll see. This turn, it's not a great start here. It's like I can coin out a Shade, but then I don't really have anything for next turn, so maybe it's better to just hero power here. And then coin out a Keeper next turn, possibly. Especially in case he plays something like a Scientist. Yeah, you know what, I think that's the best play, simply because I don't have anything else to really play next turn. So I don't think Shade is that good here. I prefer to start with, I also have 200 creepers in the deck, so they're nice early on. Just don't really have any of my early game here, other than the Shade. Okay, so Keeper is definitely the right move here. That's for sure. So let's go. Oh, and the Yeti for next turn. Okay. Things are looking up. I find that versus Hunter, sometimes it doesn't go so good early on, but then I can kind of change things around with like a good defender of Arcus, plus maybe some healing with an Ancient of Law, and then finish them off with the combo at turn 9. That's how a lot of games go versus Hunters. I have around 60% win rate versus Hunters with this deck, I believe, which is about the overall win rate I have with it as well. A little tricky here. I don't feel like I have any great moves. I think Yeti might be best. I could play Defender, which actually would be decent since it would totally stop that. That might be worth considering. Let's see. I think I'll take the Yeti now. And then just take the extra punishment if he goes for the face. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it, yeah. Would be really nice if I could draw a swipe. Especially as like cleanup after that Haunted Creeper. Even though sometimes I find versus Hunters, I'm actually end up being the beatdown and they have to trade down with me. I don't think that's gonna be the case this game though. Just my start wasn't fast enough. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I'm actually kind of glad I didn't use Defender here, because that would not have worked out in my favor. I honestly can't exactly claim that this is working out in my favor either. Swipe would be amazing though. It's just Swipe is what I really need here. Play Force of Nature. Maybe I should do that. It's like, it's not great. It's even mana inefficient to do it, but it's like, what choice do I really have here? I think I have to do it. I mean, I have major card advantages, so that's not really an issue. The issue is that even though I play this, I'm not exactly gaining board control. Like, see, I take out that. It's a little lackluster here, but just gotta hope that he doesn't have that many cards, and if I'm lucky, they're pretty weak cards. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. At least he doesn't have a trap to combo it with yet, but he might just be saving it for next turn. Yeah. Okay, so this is not going my way. Growth. Maybe earlier, not this turn. Right, I wouldn't have liked to coin out of White Grove this game, I think. That would also mean there would have been a 7 mana here, so I could play there. But it looks... he has 7 visible damage. It's not quite over, but it's definitely pretty bad. Let's see here, what do I do? I think I played this one. And then I don't know. Maybe get a Defend of Arcus down next turn, but it's like he's probably gonna take me down to at least 3 life here. And I'm thinking he'll probably kill me. He just needs one little kill command to do it. So, yeah, there it is. Alright, so this didn't exactly go how I had hoped, but maybe next game will be better. Jeez, double kill command here. Okay. Let's see what we get next. What I really like with this deck, as opposed to most of the other decks I've played this season, is that it actually have like a real finisher. Like you can almost always get that combo, because you have 2 copies of both of the Force of Nature and Savage Roar. And sometimes you can even do stuff like play the combo on turn 9 and 10 in a row. I did that today versus a warrior. It was effective. But let's see what we get here. Okay. Warlocks, he can be a little tricky. I think I actually only have about... probably like around 50% win rate versus them. You really need some... the thing is, you never know if it's Sue or if it's Handler. I'm sitting here like, do I hold on to the swipe? I think I do. But I would really like a Haunted Creeper, Wild Growth, Innovate. Okay, Innovate is good. Pretty good hand against Sue. Not very good against Handluck. Well, we'll see here. Coin. Okay, looks like it's a Sue. Okay, so I have a pretty good response here. Keeper of the Grove. I don't think I can play Wrath, but I think I like this because I get a minion out as well. And then maybe play Wrath next turn. Yeah, I like this. Let's see what he does.
I greet you. My greeting. Bring out your
I wonder if he soulfires it. No? Okay, good. So, this is very, very nice. And just do this and that. And still have another keeper and swipe. Only taking 2 damage. Hopefully he plays something where I have like a good target for either of those 2 cards next turn. Well... Do I play Haunted Creeper? Do I play Keeper? I think... let's see here. I think I actually do this. And then... hit that, and then I just do that. Okay, and then kind of setting up for swipe, or if he buffs it with like Defend of Arcus or something. I have Keeper. Let's see. Oh, it's a little awkward here. Not entirely sure what the best move is. I mean, probably silence that. And then kill that. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I can open that later, swipe. I would love for him to taunt up. Not for him to play a low fed. In fact, that's extremely inconvenient. Okay, that's good. That is a good card to draw. So let's do this. And let's see. Do I clean up a bit? No, I don't have swipe yet anyway. So you know what? The unfortunate part is that he can kill that really effectively. He probably will. So Let's just hit that a little bit. I might not swipe next turn, and also this way it doesn't look like I'm gonna swipe, so he probably doesn't suspect this as much. I'm thinking like he's gonna attack that into that, so might as well take a little bit of damage with it. We'll see. Okay. Life attack.
Put this apple on your head.
Knife juggler.
Get in there and fight, maggot! That
Okay, so this is pretty good for swipe, I gotta say. Like, I just swipe there, and then everything pretty much dies. So let's do that. Not so happy about these wild growths though. Like, what I'm gonna do with those? That's really bad actually, because you just kind of sit in my hand until turn 10. Because playing one of them now is pretty pointless. I need to get new cards from them, or I'm just gonna run out of cards. So I'm sitting here with a Black Knight. Come on, Ancient of Law. You're what I need. Come on, Ancient of Law. Ah, Chilbin Yeti. I suppose that's not the worst. It's like a cheaper Black Knight, but at least this way I keep... I'm tempted to use a Wild Growth here, just so I can use the other one next turn for a card draw. But you know what? I think I'll wait. It's just... like, what am I gonna do next turn? Okay. Well... I could definitely go either way. It really depends here, like what I draw. Actually, I wouldn't mind a Wrath. Force of Nature. Okay, so I can run 2 into that, 1 into that, then hero power that. Is that the right move, or do I play the Black Knight? Like, if I get a Savage Roll, I almost have lethal, so... next turn I can turn those into some other stuff. What do I do here? Play Black Knight, he can just kill it, but if he does that, honestly I'm fine with that trade. And I have the Force of Nature to potentially clean up. But then if he taunts up, like he hasn't played any Defender of Arcuses, and he probably has them in the deck. So you know what? Let's just do this. And then finally next turn I can turn those Wild Growths into something useful. Again, hoping he uses a Defender. I mean most Warlocks run 2 of them. It's pretty rare that a suit doesn't have them in the deck, so he should be coming up. And if he has one, he's almost sure to play it. An Owl. Ah, there it is. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I played the things the way that I did. Is that a Soulfire? Yeah. He knows he needs to win the game soon. And he just might. Okay, let's play the Wild Growths. See what we draw here. And I'm probably gonna play the Black Knight. Savage Raw. Okay, let's do another one. It's like presents, Christmas presents or something. It really hurt me though that I had them in there. I needed something else, but can't have it all. Okay. This is a little sketchy here. I'm only 13 life, but if I can survive a little bit, I should be able to win. Just hope he doesn't get his other Doomguard. Okay, that's not a Doomguard. That's not a Doomguard either. Good. Probably gonna swipe here. And Acid Drake. Okay, Acid Drake swipe. Okay. So do this. And... oh, Force of... ah, okay. So I can kill him next turn if I survive. So... let's do that. And that. And you know what? Might as well innovate here. Because then I don't think Well, there's one way he could win. If he gets a Soulfire, cast it, then life taps into a Doomguard. I really hope that doesn't happen. That would be so sad. Okay, so now he can't have lethal, because if he plays one of those two, he discards the other one. So yeah. As good as one. Okay, let's get that. Force of Nature. Savage Roll. I didn't really need the Force of Nature, but ah well. Doesn't hurt. Okay. Well, 1-1 so far. That's bigging. Let's make it 2-1. First, let's see what we get. Today it has been almost all Hunter again, like over 50% Hunters, about 25% Warlocks, health, Sue, health, Handlock, and then about 20% other stuff. It's kinda crazy. And I really think that the Undertaker is probably gonna get nerfed. I'm thinking maybe make it a 1-1, but everything else like keep it the same. Because that way it'll be significantly weaker against druids, mages, and so on. But it still has the potential to like play it together with the coin and like a Lipanome to be really strong. But I think that would be more balanced. Okay, so against the Hunter, so let's keep Swipe and see if you can get some early minions or wild growths or something. Okay, that's a wild growth. Probably gonna coin into it. Yeah, I think that is the case. Probably gonna end up playing. Oh, Swipe, Innovate. Huh. Okay. Second play for wild growth. The next turn I can get up to 5 mana. I could potentially play a low fed next turn then. And then swipe turn next turn. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. And let's see here. I'm feeling good about having that swipe, that's for sure. The annoying thing about playing a big minion early on versus a hunter is that it's really bad if you have a freezing trap. It helps a little bit if you also have a Defender of Argus in hand, because then you can just not attack and taunt it up and it still serves its purpose. But it's a little sketchy. But I guess if I innovate out Lothar, there's no way he can play a trap, since that counts as a spell. And he's likely to play some more minions, which means that I might get really good swipe value if he doesn't trade his minions into low feb. That would be very perceptive if he does that. I don't think he will. Yeah, I especially don't think he wants to lose his knife juggler. But let's see how he does it. He might just trade it in. I don't think he will though. I think he's considering it though. Because he's afraid of that swipe. Which he should be. Let's see here. Oh, he decides to go for it. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, if I swipe, I can clear the board if I kill that first. However, if I do that, then he also gets 2 knives. Which... But even if both had knives hit that, it would not kill it. So I think it's worth it to clear the board. Yeah, let's clear the board. Yeah, he knows exactly what's coming after I did that. Okay, this is... Oh man, I'm low on life though. I'm pretty sure that Ancient of Law is gonna go for healing. But let's see here. I would love to get a Defender of Argus at 1.2.
I'll show them.
Okay.
I'll show them all.
I'm gonna silence that, I think. Silence and kill it with that thing. Yeah. So... Yeah, okay, let's do that. Silence? He's really low on cards. So all I need to do is survive. Like, if I can get the Defender of Argus here, Defender of Argus hero power next turn, and then Ancient of Law turn, like... Well, it's not turn 7 because I used Wild Growth, but you know what I mean. On 7 mana. Okay, thankfully those are pretty weak minions, but he keeps coming that hero power. And I'm not a warrior, so... Okay, let's see.
Feel nature's wrath.
Tempted to play the Acid Drake just because I'm kind of would like Defender of Arcus or something.
Feel nature's wrath.
I think I'm gonna play Bloodhoof though. Okay, let's kill that. Play. Just maybe I should look for it. Nah, okay, you know what, let's get this one out. Okay. Then next turn, definitely healing up. Unless I get a defender, then I'll probably play that instead. I'll see. Yeah, killing that. That's fine. Trap. I wonder which trap it is. I mean, none of the traps are that intimidating right now, but I guess explosive would be 2 damage, but let's check here. Okay. Freezing trap. Oh, that's fine. Got it on that thing. And then let's heal up. And I think like I'm getting like I can probably kill him in a few turns, but I think he has so few cards. I think I really should try and eliminate each point of damage that I can. So let's hit that. And after this I'll try and hero power every turn if I can, because at least I can heal 1 of the 2 damage he does every turn with steady shot. Okay. Savage Roar. Okay, that's good if I can just get a Force of Nature. Yeah. Okay. So let's do that. Hero power, just like I said I would. And well, I should probably play the Acid Drake first if I was gonna do that, but I think I'll actually do it just to try and draw into something useful. And honestly, Spectral Knight is good, but it doesn't really help that much here over an Acid Drake. I definitely should have played it before I did the other stuff though. Not that a Yeti would have changed anything, but I might have drawn like an... You know what? Even an Innervate wouldn't have changed anything because it couldn't have cast it. So, that's probably fine. Just a good habit. Yeah. Wow, Buzzet. Unleash. What is this? September? Okay, well at least that was all his mana. Yeah, he thinks that I have Force of Nature, but I don't quite have it. So, I don't have Lethal, right? That's 6, 10, 14. Pretty far off. I should probably play this and just hope he doesn't have kill commands. But at least I get taunts up. Like, or I can actually clear the board and hero power. I think that's actually better, because then he doesn't have a beast up. And I get the hero power. Okay. Let's do that. Just playing super careful here. I'm just... Yeah, just looking for that lethal here. Well, not from his side. Well, I'm looking for it, but I'm hoping to avoid it. Let's see here. Even if he has 2 kill commands, he also needs a beast. That's like 1 mana beast. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Huffer. Why? Oh boy. Let's see here. Oh, that's 1 oh man. Oh, that's the Force of Nature. Okay. Good stuff. Jeez, that was close. Oh. Very, very close. But it ended well. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.